everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Hannah Witton and I often make videos about sex and relationships and dating, and recently I did a video about 10 free date ideas because dating can be expensive, real expensive. And on that video I received this comment: can you please do more date ideas you can do at home, such as game nights, for those of us who have difficulty going out due to disability or other reasons, such as those who can't leave the kids alone. Great suggestion, and yes, I can do a video on that. And that is what we are doing. So there were a few date ideas in the previous video that can be done at home, such as game nights, movie marathon, homemade YouTube karaoke night, and the New York Times 36 questions to fall in love. So those were 4 things that I've already mentioned in the 10 free date ideas video, but I've come up with 10 more for you. So 10 date ideas that you can do at home, although not all of these are free. If you want the free date ideas, go to the other video. Some of these you will have to spend money for, not all of them, and not a lot of money either. Probably still cheaper than going out for a date, to be honest. So there you go. Also, these aren't just date ideas for romantic partners or sexual partners or couples or anything like that. I actually just took a look at this list and I'm like, oh, you could do those with your friends or your family, your housemates, and all of that good stuff. So these are just great indoor activities, but I would also recommend them for dates. That being said, I haven't done many of these because my partner and I just tend to play video games or watch Netflix. That's the extent to our date at home activities. So I'm definitely going to be suggesting a few of these. There are some that I'm like, ooh, I really want to do that. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1, build a pillow or a blanket fort. Oh yes, we're getting old school. I mean, there isn't much to say about it except that this is a brilliantly childish idea and it's always fun. Extra points if you have fairy lights. Wouldn't recommend candles. That could go horrifically wrong. I'm now trying to think where in my flat we could build a pretty decent pillow fort. I kind of feel like in this room there's lots of furniture. There's enough furniture to hang stuff over. Interesting. Number 2, do a jigsaw puzzle together. This is definitely not something that I will be doing as a date with Dan because he hates jigsaws. He does not have the patience for them. Me, however, yeah, bring me that 1,000 piece Disney princess jigsaw puzzle that I've had since I was a child. I'll do that over and over and over again. The most recent jigsaw that I did was with my parents, and it was a 1,000 piece Game of Thrones, Westeros and Essos map. And oh boy, is there a lot of blue sea and brown desert. We did it. It was tough, but we did it. Also, this date idea may span over multiple date nights. It really depends on the size and the complexity of the jigsaw that you choose. Or are you going to do multiple jigsaws? Oh my God, the possibilities are endless. If you want to do a jigsaw that is going to be a lot of work and will take more than one sitting to do, and maybe you have young kids or pets that could potentially ruin it, I would highly recommend getting these jigsaw mats. It's like a felt thing and you do the jigsaw on that, and it has a roller so that wherever you're up to you can roll it up, store it away so none of the kids or the animals attack, and then you just roll it back out again when you're ready to continue. Wow, turns out I'm really into jigsaws. Number 3, bake. I mean, who doesn't love some baking? My partner Dan, he doesn't even like cake, but you don't have to just bake cake if you're a weirdo like Dan who also doesn't like cake. You can do cookies, you can do flapjacks, you can do brownies, you can do pies, sweet or savory. You can do crumble. I mean, possibilities are endless. And then you get to eat it afterwards. Oh, by the way, food is going to be a running theme throughout these date ideas. There is a lot more food coming up. So if you don't like eating, there might be some other ones for you too. Number 4, have a picnic at home. Be so cute. You could even get a basket. I actually have a cute wicker basket. No, Did Dan make me throw it away when we moved house? Do I still have it? Oh, wait. He did make me throw it away. He was like, when are you going to use this? And I was like, when we go for a picnic. And that never happened. Go to the shop, buy whatever little bits of food and nibbles and snacks that you would have at a picnic and just lay out the rug on your kitchen floor or your living room floor or whatever. And I will allow candles for this occasion. It's fine if you must. Just don't set your rug on fire. Number 5, do some crafting or colouring in book. Crafting is so peaceful and cathartic, but only if you pick a task that is really easy. That's the kind of crafting that I like, something that is like simple and that you repeat. Once your hands know what they're doing, it's just like cool, second nature. Like your hands are just like doing the thing, and then you can chat and just chill out. And at the end of it, you've made a thing, whatever that thing is. You've got a really cool art project. I recently went to this event in London called Eroticon, which is for like sex bloggers and sex writers and things. And there is this company called Kink Craft there, and they do crafting workshops for like kinky things. And so I crafted my very own mini flogger, and I'm very proud of it. However, I feel like when it comes to crafting, I need someone telling me what to do, because I'm like, I have no idea. Although I probably could just go on Pinterest and like find crafting recipes. They're not called recipes, instructions. Food is on the mind. But that is why I included colouring books, because I find colouring books a lot more accessible, and you still get that just like peaceful, like monotonous, like feel like you're still creating and doing something crafty, like task, and you can just like chill out and hang out and chat whilst you're colouring stuff in. I have a couple of colouring in books that me and Dan have like done stuff in, and it's just so nice. I just love it. These are the colouring books that I have. I'm pretty sure they were gifted to me, #gifted, but it was years ago and I can't remember who from. They're called Release Your Anger and Memos to Shitty People. And I love them. The combination of like insults and swear words and then beautiful colouring in. It's just all that I want. This is one that I did that I'm very proud of. It says, "Cum guzzler." Profound. There's one that Dan has done in here, but I don't think he's finished it. Bollocks. And then my favourite one is in here. Oh, there it is. And it just says, "Fuck me sideways." I love it. I love it. Number 6, have your own book club. Maybe you and your partner like the same books. Maybe you don't, and you take it in turns to pick a book. But either way, read the same book and just talk about it. You know I love books and book clubs and just discussing books in general. But that could be a nice thing that you do together. Granted, it requires a lot more planning, maybe a deadline. Oh, you could also read together. Oh, you could get the audiobook and like listen to it together as you fall asleep. Oh, I love it. Number 7, it is a classic, and we're back to food. Homemade pizza. And you can do that thing where you get all flirty and start throwing flour at each other, although maybe not, because you're going to be doing this at home and you're going to have to clean up that mess. But it's still great. You get to make the dough or buy pre-made dough, roll out the dough, put on your bases and your cheeses and customize and personalize all the different toppings that you want, and then obviously eating it. You get to eat the pizza, and this has just reminded me that I've got some pizza in the fridge ready to eat. Not homemade, but still delicious. Number 8. This one may be my favourite. I've never done this, but I am definitely going to be suggesting this because I really want to do this. And it's having your own tasting party, tasting menu. So you can pick whatever category you like. So you could pick chocolate, you could pick wine, you could pick cheese, you could pick whiskey, you could do whatever you like, and you order in a bunch of samples or whole bottles, depends on how much you want to pay to begin with. Read up about each thing, learn a little bit about its history, where it comes from, and all of that, and then drink/taste it. And then you can suddenly become one of those people that like has a favourite whiskey. Don't those people sound cultured? Am I right? I'm like, I like Jack Daniels, and then all the whiskey people are like, that's not even a whiskey, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I feel like I may have held up 9 fingers for number 8, but anyway, this one is number 9, and it is another food one, and it's a cooking challenge/competition, because I love a good bit of healthy competition in relationships, bit of point scoring, bit of rivalry. Ooh, you know I love it. So for this one, you can kind of make up whatever rules that you want, but what I'm thinking in my head is kind of like a Ready, Steady, Cook style thing, where each of you buy the other person a random mix of ingredients and then they have to create something from that. I already know that Dan would win at this because he's a very intuitive cook and can just look in the fridge and go, oh, I'm going to rustle up this thing. Whereas I'm like, I need a recipe or I'm going to start having a panic attack. A dollop of butter? How much is a dollop of butter? That's what I'm like when I cook, which doesn't really lend itself well to that kind of competition. But, you know, I'm up for challenging myself. But there are loads of other different kind of like food cooking challenges that you can do, and you can make up your own rules. Maybe you're cooking the same thing and it's like who made it the best or the quickest or whatever it is. Or one of you makes the starter, one of you makes the main, and one of you makes the dessert because you're in a throuple or a polyamorous relationship, because then you've got one person for each course. Oh, ideal. And then obviously you vote on it and then you kick out the... No, don't. Anyway, getting way too into that idea. And number 10, a cocktail making date night. You might make something delicious, you might make something that tastes horrific, but either way, super fun. And to me, I kind of see that as an excuse to start building my alcohol collection, because I'll be like, oh yes, I've got all of this alcohol. This is the kind of person that I want to be. It's like with all my books. I want you to look at these books and think, oh, she's a real cultured reader. When actually, I don't read enough by my standards, and I don't drink a lot. So, you know, those are the things, but that's obviously the image that I want to put out there to potential people who will date me, i.e. my boyfriend. And obviously, if you don't drink, you can make mocktails. You can still make some fun concoctions that just don't have any alcohol in them. And that's fine, because if you don't drink, what is it? Oh my God, I've forgotten my own old drunk advice thing. If you're not drunk, be in the spirit of drunk. There we go. We got there eventually. That's a throwback. Who remembers that? Thank you so much for watching. Those are my 10 ideas for date nights when you're at home. Please let me know if you've tried any of these, how they went, and let me know your own ideas in the comments, especially if you've got some specific rules for a cooking challenge or competition, because I would like to hear those ideas. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!